Good evening. Today's episode contains audio interference from Ozzy's equipment. I know I provided him with this equipment, but I'm washing my hands of all responsibility. This episode does not contain scenes of a sexual nature, but you can imagine it if you'd like. Hello, how is everyone?
Hello.
Anyone
I am adequate.
anyone got a sore throat, a high temperature, and difficulty breathing?
I mean, no, but I have been feeling a little bit under the weather.
Oh god. Don't
That's just
don't
called old age.
don't spit down the microphone.
So I did have an idea of something that we could do.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So I did post this in the chat earlier.
What the thing?
Which chat?
You've got the idea.
It's called AI Dungeon.
Oh yeah. I've seen that
Yeah.
all over. I wanted to do that as well. So
Yeah.
we're on the same page.
So shall we do a quick one now?
Yes, as long as it's quick.
Okay, so the basic concept of AI Dungeon is it's basically I've got a prompt. I have a computer screen in front of me with pick a setting: fantasy, mystery, apocalyptic, zombie, or custom. And it's basically sort of like D&D. You tell me what I type in, and then the computer generates a random story around it. And then we can do whatever we want. Any decisions we make, it will generate the story accordingly.
Okay. Ozzy,
Yeah.
please try not to move.
It seems
So-
really...
So should we just start with, say, a fantasy?
Go on then.
So, a fantasy setting.
Holy fuck, we
Select
don't need to write a D&D.
Select a character: noble, knight, squire, wizard, ranger, peasant, or rogue.
Or what?
Do we get
Rogue.
one each,
Ah.
or
So this is just it's a group.
We are
Kind of
collectively
story.
one character.
you are in me and I am in you?
We're all
What do
together,
you wanna
Goo
be?
Pikachu.
I am the Eggman. I am the walrus.
Yes. Ozzy,
Yes.
you
I'd
pick a class.
normally go for rogue.
Rogue.
Rouge.
Rouge the Bat it is.
Moulin
What is your character name?
Zaire.
Tartario.
With an X.
Oh, yeah, Zaya works.
Okay, I got the X. What's the rest of it?
A for Alpha, Y for Yankee, E for Echo, R for Rotoscope.
Retarded.
Zaire. Right. Generating
Last
story.
name
Please
retarded.
wait. Please wait. You are Zaya, a rogue living in the kingdom of Larian. You have a long steel dagger and a length of rope.
Yeah.
You walk down the city street looking for somewhere to steal from. You look around and see that nothing looks worth stealing from, so you decide to rob a house. When you get inside the house, it is empty. The door opens and you hear voices outside. Well done, one says as he runs out with his sword drawn.
Steal
you
the
do?
sword.
What, straight off then?
Yep. Steal the sword.
Okay.
And you quickly grab your knife and run up to the man who just left. He sees you and raises his sword, but before he can swing, you stab him through the chest. His body falls backwards onto the floor as blood pours out of his wound.
Perfect.
Sneak attack.
What do you do
he was
now?
he was shouting to someone, so we're gonna have to steal the sword and then get the fuck out of here.
Take his sword and leave quickly. Already you've murdered a guy, so this is going fantastically. You quickly grab the
Are we
sword
the
and run
bad
off.
guys?
A few moments later, you hear a shout followed by a gunshot. Now what?
Oh, keep running.
Catch the bullet.
Just like in the handle with your teeth.
Oh, I'll let you decide.
I'll just say catch the bullet and see what it says on from that.
Oh god. Catch the bullet with our chest.
You quickly pick up the pistol that's lying on the ground and put
Oh.
it back into its holster. You then turn to run away again. As you do so, you feel a sharp pain going through your side. It hurts like hell, but you manage to keep running.
Oh.
What's like your first? Just go with your gut instinct thought.
I was.
Keep running.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Keep running.
Yeah.
Keep running until I'm safe. Or keep running until I can find somewhere to hide.
You keep running until you reach a dead end. There is no way out of here now, so you stop and try and think about what to do next.
Oh.
The only thing that comes to right now is to find help, or at least call for someone else.
Use teleportation magic.
Use teleportation magic. There we go. Let's see what it says. You immediately teleport yourself over to the nearest building. When you arrive, you find a group of people standing there watching you curiously. They don't seem hostile, though. They just watch you intently while nodding their heads in agreement with each other. What's going on?
Say, what's going on?
What, are we just going to repeat what they say? Or...
Say, what's going on?
Oh, Christ.
You reply, I'm being attacked. Someone shot me in the leg. One of them replies, yes, I've seen that happen before. Who did it? It could be anyone. We need to go investigate.
Roll title sequence. I don't think that'll work.
Well, let's find out. Roll title sequence.
Let them leave.
You roll for initiative and choose to go first. You run towards the building where the people were standing when you arrived. Suddenly you feel a sharp pain in your leg. You scream in agony as you fall to the ground, clutching your wound. Stop!
Oh, who said stop?
I don't know. It just says, in quotation marks, stop.
Oh, let's brandish the gun.
Brandish the gun.
Threateningly.
I love the fact that this even exists. You know?
Oh, God.
You pull the trigger and fire several bullets into the person who shot you. The bullet hits him square in the chest and he drops dead instantly.
Fist pump in celebration.
Fist bump in celebration. It's like fist bumping yourself.
Or fist pump where you sort of go, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, fist pump.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the air.
You smile at the people around you. One of them approaches you and gives you a fist bump in appreciation. Another one asks if you're alright, which makes you blush and laugh nervously. Suddenly, 2 more shots ring out from behind you. Oz, gut instinct, what do you do?
I'd say, I need help, but I think we need to get the fuck out of here first.
Say, I need help, but we need to get out of here first.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Otherwise, how will the algorithm learn?
Say, I need help, but we need to get the F out of here first. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh.
Is he giving you like a long thing?
You rush towards the buildings, but suddenly you feel a sudden burning sensation all over your body.
Oh.
You drop to the ground and look at your feet. Your skin has turned black and blue from the pain.
Oh.
No! No!
Go to the
juicing
juicing room.
Go to the juicing room.
It's like you're turning violet.
Or use healing magic.
Oh yeah.
Go to the juicing room and use healing magic?
Yes.
Okay.
This is ridiculous. Because you can do a custom story as well, so you can give it like a few lines of setup and then it will like generate a story for you.
Oh, Christ.
You walk over to the Jansing room and enter it. You take off your shirt and throw it aside. Then you start rubbing some of the healing magic on your wounds. A few minutes later, you finish up by applying more magic to your face.
I do
physical magical cream.
So I do like the idea that we looked around for a juicing room, but all they had was a Jansing room. So we'll have to make do with that. Well, at least we've moisturised with magic.
Yeah. So what do you do now?
Are we healed? Is our legs better?
Assess healing, I guess.
Assess
legs.
Assess legs.
Assess current state of mind.
You stand back and inspect your wounds. You see that the bullets have completely stopped. The bullets have completely stopped bleeding, implying they were bleeding bullets. However, you still feel very sick to your stomach. It seems like something was poisoning you from the inside out. Oh my god.
Drink antidote.
Just straight up, just drink antidote.
I knew I bought this with me for a reason.
They didn't ask what I had on me.
This is very true. I mean, it does say at the beginning,
Yeah.
it's like a long steel dagger and a length of rope, but other than that.
Well,
You,
oh,
you
God.
quickly grab an antidote bottle and pour some into your mouth. You gulp it down and vomit it up. After drinking it, you feel much better. Thank you.
Convenient.
I don't know who you're saying thank you to, but, or
You're
is
welcome.
it saying thank you
Just
to
the
you?
bottle. Oh. Thank you, bottle of antidote. Clink.
Say you're welcome.
Another wedge. Smash.
Right. So what now? You've allegedly killed yourself with poison.
Okay.
Don't forget you got shot.
Yeah, but the bullets have stopped bleeding. It's fine. And we've rubbed we've rubbed the magic on us to make ourselves better.
I drank the antidote.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a antidote, just the antidote. There's one antidote for every poison.
Look for something to steal.
Look for something. Deal. I'm glad you haven't forgotten that you're a rogue, you know.
Rouge.
Rouge the bat, yes.
Oh.
You head back to the inn and ask someone for... You head back to the inn and ask for someone to give you some money so you can buy food. You find a beggar and tell him what happened. He nods his head in agreement and hands you a few coins. Sure.
I love how we just robbed off a homeless guy.
Yeah, you just stole off a beggar.
Steal the beggar.
Oh, what's worse? Stealing money from a beggar or candy from a child?
Oh. Or stealing candy from a homeless child. Or
Look for a homeless child to steal candy
Or,
from.
yeah, or even stealing a homeless child.
oh, yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I
Wait,
put in
surely that's
steal the beggar.
Oh.
You follow the beggar back to his home. When you arrive, you notice there is no door or window. There is just a hole in the wall. I'm sorry about this.
Kill the beggar.
What was that?
Kill the beggar. Stab him. Shoot him.
Kill the beggar. Is this suddenly turned into a snuff film?
Well, I don't know. I was thinking we could steal his cave.
You push open the door and jump inside. You then quickly close the door behind you. As soon as you do, the beggar screams in terror and runs away screaming. Thanks.
Shoot him as he runs.
Shoot the... As... I feel really weird, like, typing all this out. I feel like I'm going to be on some sort of government watch list.
You're a Google hit.
Hang on. You quickly run over to the beggar and shoot him in the back as he runs away. The bullet hits him right between the eyes. Goodbye.
He was disabled.
We got back you gum. We can like see 360 vision.
But it's just like you shoot him in the back
Yeah.
and it hits him right between the eyes.
He had the disability where his eyes are on his back.
Okay, so you've just said goodbye to him. Now what?
Steal his blue badge.
I didn't even know he had a blue badge.
He's disabled. I'm disabled.
Steal his blue disabled badge?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Now, is he going to think that the badge was disabled rather than being a badge for disabled people?
Oh Christ.
Steal his blue
We're gonna have to
disabled badge.
we're gonna have to activate the blue badge at some point, so it's not.
You turn
disabled.
around and you turn around and grab the beggar's blue disabled badge. You put it on and leave the house with it in hand.
in case it falls off.
Now what?
Look for a good parking space.
For a good parking space. This is ridiculous. You know that, right?
That's us.
You park near the entrance of the town where you live and head towards the nearest convenience store. After a while, you come across one with two other people sitting at a table eating breakfast. They don't seem to be paying any attention to you.
Was it?
Still their breakfast.
Yep. reach down their throat and steal their eaten breakfast.
Just like we park near the entrance of town. This is a fantasy.
Yes. Our horse and
you
carriage.
walk up to them and take their breakfast before they even realise you're there. They don't say anything, but they just stare at you blankly. Well, the man asks, "What did you want?"
Steal their sight.
Steal their sight.
I was going to say take a bite and just say thanks, then walk off. But
What are you doing? Which one?
Steal their sight. I want to see what it says.
Steal their sight. That's so abstract.
So they can't look at us anymore.
Become more of a game of seeing what the computer says to weird answers.
Oh my god! You pull out your pistol and point it at the woman who is sitting next to you. She looks over at you confused, but she doesn't move or react in any way. Now! You shout and fire twice.
How can you see when you do not live?
Are you saying that?
It worked.
I mean, I was just saying it to you guys, but we can say it in the game if you like.
How can you see when you cannot live? This is so ridiculous.
Sit in her place and start eating.
Steal her clothes.
Hang on. You continue to
Steal
stare
her
at her.
identity.
Is that you shout and fire twice? How can you see when you cannot live? You continue to stare at her until slowly she turns her head slightly and sees you. Her face goes from confusion to shock and then back again. She begins crying immediately and runs off terrified. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sit down, start eating, and say hi to the man.
Yeah.
Sit down, start, and start saying hello. Good God. This is going to be a little bit of a... You sit down and begin eating, saying hello to the man. He smiles at you and says hi back. You smile back and say goodbye to him before finishing your meal.
Nice.
That was lovely.
Right. So we've got ourselves a new ride, a new disabled badge,
Yeah.
a gun, a sword,
That's
and
a
we're all
rope.
full up. What do we do now?
See, like, I don't know why, but when you said, like, you see people eating, and my first thought was slam your badge down on the table and shout, "I'm disabled."
My first thought wasn't that. My first thought was, oh, food.
Of course it was.
Tie the man's wrists together with the rope.
Oh God, where's this going? I was gonna say, look for a disabled toilet. Just having a nice meal.
Yeah. Let's look for a toilet.
Oh, too late.
Oh,
We can do that.
Tied his
Afterwards.
wrists together with a rope.
We'll take him with us.
You tie them. What? You tie the man's hands together with rope and throw him into the woods. I'm sorry, I couldn't save you.
Piss on his corpse.
Piss on his corpse. Jesus Christ, Christian.
I'm surprised that was him and not me. I thought I was the dark one.
My granddad's black. No.
You go back to the car and get some more beer. You pour yourself another glass and toss the dead body into it. It tastes terrible, but you don't care about that any more than you cared about what happened to the man in front of you.
Oh, it must be an American AI. Pissed to them means angry.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Piss on his corpse.
Well, we have also thrown his corpse into our glass of beer.
No, glass of beer. It might have it meant get pissed.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay.
Isn't that what we just said?
I don't know anymore. I'm confused.
I said in America, pissed means angry.
In America.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. My brain said something and my mouth said something different.
So now what?
Finish the beer.
Look for hookers and weed.
Go on. If we end up with a bunch of rugby players, so help me.
Finish the beer and look for hookers and weed. This is about as standard as every D&D story, I gotta be honest.
Is it still calculating?
Oh no.
You finish the bottle of beer and vomit all over the ground. You then look for hookers and weed. You find both things nearby, so you buy as much as you can and carry back home. The next day, you return to the convenience store and sell everything you bought there.
Ask if they have a loyalty card.
Show them our disabled badge.
Oh, yes.
Oh, show them disabled badge.
Yes.
I've just moved a bit. How's my audio? Still good?
Fine.
All good.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me arm went dead in that position.
Oh, sorry. Show them the disabled badge.
You shouldn't be sorry. It should be Christian for giving this shitty equipment. Green giant.
You show them the disabled badge and tell them to keep an eye on it. Thanks. They thank you and leave.
Wait, does that mean we own the shop now?
Or did they take the badge?
I'm not sure.
I think they took the badge.
We
running
swapped
the
it.
convenience store.
It's like the guy running the shop must be like Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk, where instead of swapping a cow for some beans, you swap an entire convenience store
For a building.
badge. Yeah. What are we doing?
I'm trying to spell convenience.
Start running the store.
Yeah, start running the convenience store.
It might get confused with running. Let's see what it says.
Start operating.
Like it's a mecca.
You run the convenience store for several days, selling whatever you can get your hands on. Eventually, you manage to make enough money to pay off your debt and buy a small house in the forest behind the convenience store.
Oh, that's nice.
Do you want to end it there, or do you want to keep going?
Retire a happy man.
Yes.
Retire a happy man. Unless this means like you go to a man and say you're retired to him.
Shoot him in the back between his eyes.
Oh my god. A few years pass. It is night time, and you are walking through the woods near your house. Your dog, Barky,
You're all
follows
alone
behind-
and your phone is dead. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot him.
I mean, just wait. Your dog, Barky, follows close by you. Suddenly, he barks loudly and runs away in fear. You turn around to see a large black shadow standing right behind you.
He's following you about 40 feet back. He gets down on all fours and breaks into a sprint. You can see there's blood on his face. My God, there's blood everywhere.
So what should I write?
Shia LeBeouf.
We've got to accept, we've got to say something like, I'm ready, or something like that.
Say, I'm ready.
Death. The shadow is death. Maybe.
Perhaps.
So what do we do?
Hug him like an old friend.
Yes.
Hug. Shadow.
Greet death like an old friend. Call him a prick.
Should I put greet death like an old friend? Or hug like an old friend?
Oh.
Let's hug him.
Hug the shadow. Count the shadows.
Oh.
Hug the shadow like an old friend. Because why the F? You hug the shadow like an old friend. He looks up at you and smiles. Hello, I'm sorry I couldn't save you. The two of you embrace and kiss each other passionately.
Wow. I think that's a perfect place to end.
Oh,
I'll just put the end.
Ever after.
Should I just put the end?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. God. That was quite a story.
So,
With Shia LeBeouf the whole time.
It was Shia LaBeouf. That's it. It's
so that
done.
was our time as a rogue. We got shot at. We shot a few people in cold
Ran a
blood
convenience store.
for several years.
Murdered a hobo.
Oh, yeah.
Stole his disabled badge.
Would you like me to copy this story into a Word document?
Yeah, go on then.
Or are you happy for it to die?
No, stick it in a Word document for prosperity's sake.
Okay.
And I'll stick it in the folder of completed features for the podcast that I have.
Well, that was an experience. Let's be honest.
That was pretty interesting.
AI Dungeon, is it called?
Yes, AI Dungeon.
AI Dungeon.
AI.
We'll all three of us will have to do that in person at some time, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if Alex was here, we could try and arrange when to actually do the real D&D.
What do we call the story?
Oh. What's that? Shia LeBeouf? No.
Thank you.
Just call it Thank You. Oh, you do say thank you a lot, don't you?
Oh.
Thank you. A story of a rogue.
Oh, rouge.
Yeah, that'd be.
I love how we actually rolled a title sequence.
This is the point, sort of, one of us is going to have to take that audio and sort of edit it into like a proper little story audiobook type thing.
God.
There.
Oh, dear. Well.
Did I call it Story of a Rouge?
No, you said rogue.
Oh, thank God for that.
Oh.
It's just like, is my spelling really that bad?
Oh, dear. So, on the subject of dungeons or dragons. Yeah. We spoke about what house I wanted to be in last time.
Oh, yes.
So I went to Pottermore and discovered I already had a login. So I recovered my password and it told me I was in Slytherin. I'd already done the test, you see, and put myself in Slytherin.
I don't accept that.
Put yourself in Slytherin?
Well, I've been put in Slytherin.
In the same way. Oh, okay.
No.
In the same way I did in my most recent time.
But it kind of makes sense. So I was thinking about it some more. I did the other test they have on there, that what's your wand and what's your Patronus.
Yeah.
Okay.
My wand was a cedarwood wand, which I looked up, and only one named character in the Harry Potter series has a cedarwood wand, and that's Professor Slughorn, who is a Slytherin.
Oh. That's pretty cool.
And my Patronus was a red squirrel. Which I looked up, and I pretty much not a lot of the time with these like with the what house you in, you think, well, I'm a bit of that house, I'm a bit of that house, bit of that house, bit of that house. I don't agree with that, whatever, all that sort of stuff. Well, I found a site that said what all the Patronuses were meant to have meant, and like 100% agreed with the red squirrel one. I was like, that's me, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Okay.
And another one said that was apparently a common one for Slytherin people to have.
Oh.
So I think it all fits.
Good.
So, do you want to be a Slytherin?
I want to build a snowman, Slytherin? Yeah, because I was thinking about Ravenclaws. Like, Ravenclaws are preppy, aren't they?
Okay, yeah.
I've never been that. So I was thinking about when we had I did a business analysis qualification at work, and someone on my team, because it was like watching a series of like the course videos online, and then we had a book as well that had more detail in it, and someone else on my team watched all the videos, going through, making notes in the book, and then they revised the whole book cover to cover and had those little post-it note bookmarks and things like that, whereas I watched the videos once and then took the exam and got exactly the pass mark. So I mean, that's definitely not Ravenclaw, is it?
No, quite definitely not.
So I'm happy with that. I think that the wand and the Patronus point towards it.
Yeah.
Well, it does mean you'll have to get your own robe, though.
Yeah, and I was going to ask if you could send that site that you got.
Okay, yeah.
I was also in the greenhouse in my secondary school at school, so I've got an affinity to the green.
You had a greenhouse?
Yeah. What do we have? We had red,
went to posh
green, blue, yellow, brown, and black.
Brown. Can you imagine being in the brown house?
Shit house. They were quite good at sports. Well, it changed year to year, to be fair.
Yeah, they didn't start doing houses in Hembury until we left, didn't they?
Oh,
Yeah, no, it was literally like the year after we left they started.
Yeah, which is bullshit.
I heard the ladies on the bus stop saying that it's like boys down the station from Touch of Cloth. Ladies down the bus stop were saying that Hembury schools just had a school trip come back from Italy, and a load of parents are really angry that they haven't closed the school because of coronavirus.
Oh.
But, you know,
dear.
what part of it did they go to? They might have gone to bloody Naples, nowhere near the zone, the corona zone.
I do hear Naples is lovely.
It's quite nice, yeah. I had a lovely hot chocolate in Naples.
Like, no, legitimately, I did go to Naples at one point. Like, the Bay of Naples. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Like, because I went there in college, I believe.
Yeah, we only passed through it because we went to Pompeii and Herculaneum.
Oh yeah, I did that as well. Like, Pompeii is fucking incredible.
Yeah. And Ercolano. But there's another one, I can't remember what it's called, that's really nearby Pompeii, that was like one of the surrounding villages, that is basically exactly the same as Pompeii, except no one's heard of it, so no one's there. It's not Herculaneum, it's another one. I can't remember what it was. I'll have to look that up for my next holiday.
I mean, I would happily go back to Italy, you know, once this whole, like, pandemic is sorted.
Yes. You're better off going to Madagascar for the time being.
Madagascar or Iceland.
What was the other one? Yeah. Was that the other one that was always...
Yeah, it was always Iceland and Madagascar because they only ever had seaports and you could never get them through freaking air.
God damn it. You had to pick something that didn't have many visible symptoms and just hope you got lucky.
That's why I always started in India. Because I had like really high density population, so you could infect a lot of the population before it started getting noticed.
Yeah.
And then you could get it going out on all the airplanes before anyone could before they could upgrade the airplane stuff. He was like, "Oh, I'm already in 35 countries around the world, so you didn't fucking matter."
Suck it, bitches.
Yeah.
Pandemic 2 review there.
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo.
Pandemic Rev 2.
Yeah.
Did you ever play
I sent you that link. It's down in the thing.
Oh, cheers.
Did you ever see the other version of it, which was Pandemic?
Pandemic was what I was talking about.
Sorry, Plague Inc.
Plague Inc. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never played it. I know it. I think I might actually own it.
I know of it. Yeah.
It's good fun. You know, there's a PC version which is a bit sort of, why does this exist? You know, but
Oh, okay. Well, no, that'll also work for an idea I had. If Christian's in Slytherin, it'll work for an idea I had of how I managed to convince the Sorting Hat to put me in Slytherin as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My best friend's in Slytherin. I want to be in the same house.
Aww.
Who else is in Slytherin?
No. Well, you would have been sorted first because your name ends with D, and then I would have come after because Lovell is after D in the alphabet.
Lovell is after D. Can confirm.
Yeah.
Like, whatever way you swing it, Oz, you're coming after Christian.
Wait.
Get your brains out of the gutter, lads.
Considering the joke I made before that, I was a bit worried.
Well,
an
idea we could do is, if Alex can't make it anytime soon, is like a prequel to the one we're going to do with Alex.
Yeah, that's true.
It could be like maybe we make it like a, what is it? A clip show type D&D where we quickly go through each of our first 4 years. Just doing like key events. Like it's a flashback episode. Oh, actually, Christian,
Hello.
that's an idea. What's your blood purity?
In real life or in this upcoming D&D? Do you know what? I've been meaning to try and find. Did you guys ever go do Children of the 90s?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I didn't do it, but I know of it, yeah.
Because I think, so for people to explain for people at home, basically they approached some expectant mothers in the 90s and said, can we do questionnaires for you and do health checkups on you and your children? And then we can use that for research. It's all anonymized and stuff like that. They're the guys who found the link between oily fish and being healthier and that sort of stuff. And as part of those tests, at some point, I'm sure they've taken my blood, and I wonder if they've told me what my blood type is, because I have no idea. And it seems to be a thing that people who know their blood type, I think, just know it, and they assume that like everyone knows about blood types. And I always think, I wonder what blood type I actually am, because one day you might need to know it if you need a transfusion emergency or something.
And if you're Japanese, it can tell you a lot about your personality.
That's true, but only if you're Japanese.
Yes.
You know what I mean.
It's like something ancestry about it.
Yeah. Let's use this opportunity to dispel a myth about blood types. Blood types are nothing to do with genetics. So if your dad is an O and your mum is an O and you come out an AB or whatever, that doesn't mean your mum's been sleeping around. It's nothing to do with it.
It just means you're an OAB.
OAB. Yeah, an old age pensioner.
Old age pensioner.
Someone who sits on benches.
Obviously.
Blood purity, I don't know. To answer that question.
Fair enough.
Muggle born, half and half.
Yes,
both and both.
I don't know.
Anything you care about? I mean, most Slytherins tend to go for the whole pureness.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean you have to. I'm going for half and half.
Or a bit of that nice bit of 50-50 loaf there. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
I can't stand full brown bread. I only like white or half and half.
Right? Yeah.
What about seeded?
No. It's too
Depends on the seeds.
That's like a Death Eater.
Seeded. No, no, not like. Feels weird. I'm not used to sandwiches having seeds.
No.
Nothing wrong with the seeds. It's just like a weird texture to me.
And of course, if you don't chew it well enough, then all the seeds start growing in your stomach, and a bread tree grows out of your mouth.
Oh no, not a bread tree!
And Rugrats.
Oh no, no.
Oh no.
No.
No, no. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Well, I don't know. Like the house thing. Maybe something will come to me about what would fit.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
I'm sure we can figure some.
I mean, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
No, only if people in the common room start talking about bloodlines and skull sizes and so on.
Yeah. Oh shit! You know what this means? Because we're both Slytherins, it means we're gonna have to try and smuggle Alex into the house somehow, aren't we? Without anyone knowing, if it comes down to it.
Well, we could meet up not in the common room.
Well, yeah.
Which is the common room that you need to solve a riddle to get into?
Ravenclaw.
That's Ravenclaw.
Oh, okay. What's Hufflepuff? Is it just a password?
I don't know. I'm not a Hufflepuff.
I know it's near the kitchens, and to get into the kitchens, you've got to tickle the pear on the bowl of fruit. I don't know about Hufflepuff House common room though. I think Christian's looking into it.
Honestly, anything that isn't in my house, I don't really care about.
You have to tap a barrel in the rhythm of Helga Hufflepuff. I don't know what that means. That's just a name.
Well, it's like...
Yeah, I realised as I said it. So theoretically, we could probably sneak in there.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too difficult.
It literally is just...
Yeah,
it's literally shaving a haircut. Yeah,
you can imagine we could probably. I mean, I do that all the time anyway. Like when I tap my teeth, just done it by accident.
We're just stood outside the common room chatting to him.
Yeah,
and you're twiddling your wand in your hand, and you just go like you did with the screwdriver in D Squared.
Exactly like that.
As an in-joke,
that's a reference. That's a reference for up to how many years ago now?
10, I think.
Okay.
The 14th, over that.
Yeah.
D Squared was my 14th birthday.
Good lord, that's a long time ago.
So it is 14 years ago?
About, almost 14 years.
Hell.
Ish.
Heckin' black.
Oh.
Absolutely heckin' black.
I'm back in black. Yeah.
Yeah. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh yeah, when I was talking about if the Slytherins in the common room are asking about blood purity and skull sizes, it reminded me of that Peep Show episode where is Mark David Mitchell's character? Well, not fans of Peep Show then. Okay.
No, I'm not.
I am, but I can't remember the names of them.
Okay.
Like I've seen a lot of them, not all of them or most of them, but a decent chunk.
Oh, decent chunk.
I watch them randomly now and then if they're just on.
All right. Yeah, there's an episode where he makes a friend at work with someone who's all into like military stuff and history and all that kind of bollocks.
Yeah.
And then he gets to know him a bit better and he turns out that he likes doing reenactments dressed as a Nazi. And then they all meet up with their friends and talk about, that's where I got the quote from, skull sizes and so on.
Are we the baddies?
Yeah. But it made me think of it talking about being in the Slytherin common room, because that's the kind of worry I have with my interests in things like military history and stuff like that. Do you remember me saying to you how I kept on seeing a load of videos recommended that were all like alt-right stuff on YouTube because I'd watched so much history stuff and military stuff that those Venn diagrams intersected with each other. So like that's what I'd feel like in Slytherin when it comes to blood purity. There you are. So, is there any other biscuits?
No.
Not that I can think of.
I think we just have to try and arrange a day between us for something, won't we?
Yes.
Yar. Oh, Alex has finished the first episode of Bridge Crew.
Hooray!
Okay.
And that will be going up shortly.
Hooray!
And then soon I will be uploading my second Lego minifig video.
Hooray!
What?
What?
Oh, don't sound enthusiastic about that one. But...
I had to continue the pattern of getting lower with each yay.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, they're all the extra minifig. I wonder where they went. I was just like, I know I've got a link around here somewhere. Yeah, cool. I can add those into my collection.
And Richard, where can people view these wonderful videos?
They can view them at Pheasant Films.
Wow. I really hope that when people go and subscribe to Pheasant Films, they make sure to ring the bell and switch on notifications for all uploads so they don't miss anything.
I hope they do as well. I'm not used to shilling out like that, Christian, so thank you for doing it for me.
You're very welcome. And needless to say, do it for these other two bozos as well.
Oh, yeah, of course. Although, mind you, I do have 1.2 thousand subscribers.
Oh.
How? I haven't uploaded anything in 3 goddamn years. Why are you subscribing?
Because a lot of people watched that one video that you made about minifigs, and people watch a video that they like and then subscribe to the channel from the video without doing any prior research.
Yeah, like the closest. I mean,
how many times in the video did you say, "Oh, like and subscribe"?
Not once.
Nonce.
Okay.
Because I don't shill like that.
Yeah.
My second best video is the Minecraft Twilight Forest quest ram, which is 28,000. Oh. Then the bad effects of Flux, Thaumcraft 3, which isn't even true because it was a completely separate mod. Oh my god, I clickbaited people.
Hooray!
And then my the Twilight Forest Underground Maze has 1.3 thousand views, which I did a nice little time lapse in that one.
That's a maze.
Yeah, that's amazing. My Skysphere Survival has 1.9 thousand views, even though I never actually did a second one because I tried to record it 3 separate times and it didn't record each one.
Oh.
So I just gave up. Even though no, I did 2 videos. The first one has 1.9 thousand views and the second one has 138.
No, fair.
Because I remember like the actual the creator of the map commented and said like, "Hey, nice job, dude."
Okay. Yeah. No, fair.
So I'm just looking at my top videos of lifetime views. Despite making them both private, and I think deleted them. I can't remember. I can't delete them. They wouldn't be still on there otherwise. Hang on, let me have a look. I'm sure I deleted them. They're still in my analytics. Oh, no, I didn't delete them. Okay, despite having made them private several years ago, my top 2 videos are still the 2 Terraria guides. Followed closely by EU4 time-lapse AI only, with 186,000. So I've got Terraria Guide, How to Beat the Destroyer solo with melee weapons, Terraria Guide, How to Beat the Twin solo, EU4 time-lapse, 1444 to 1820, AI only, Terraria Hard Mode Part 1, It Moves, Digimon World Part 1, The Beginning, Tech It Skyblock 1, Alchemical Tony, Skyrim Alfdown Part 4.
Mine, surprisingly, my best viewed video is one of the earliest videos on my channel with the lowest quality.
Oh.
And it's an introduction to Super Sentai Episode 1, Kai Ruger Episode 1.
Ah, see, it makes sense why that would be one of the most popular, though, based on the title.
Really? Because all my Super Sentai and...
Because it's part 1.
Power Ranger video. Okay, no, okay.
So if people just search Super Sentai reaction or whatever.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the next one under that would be Digimon Adventure Episode 1 reaction. But then number 3 is Doctor Who Series 10 Episode 12 reaction.
Yeah. What one was
Followed
that?
by
So that was me clapping because I'm actually reading the comments of my of the sorry, I've been completely ignoring you guys.
And this one I read said, please clap. So I did.
12 was the Doctor Falls.
Okay.
Then after that was Twice Upon a Time, and then number 5 was Tokuger Episode 1.
Yeah.
And that's where I'll go with that.
In my lifetime of YouTube, I've made £430 and 13 pence.
My estimated revenue, £22 and 20p.
How do we find
More than I thought I
is
had.
it in the YouTube studio?
Is what?
How do we find our money that we've made?
I'm just on the front page of analytics. I haven't clicked on anything else.
0.
Oh.
No, I think you have to change it to lifetime.
Oh.
Make
Okay.
sure it's on lifetime.
$1.90.
Okay. But you two can actually claim your money until I get like 1,000 subscribers and however many minutes view time. I can't do anything with this £22 and 20p.
Well, that's the thing. It's to stop all the lower quality channels getting in, isn't it? That's the thing. I've taken the piss.
I'm actually sorry. I'm still just going through these comments and like somebody just said you remind me of Ashens and Nerd Cubed, and I'm just like, fuck yes, I'll take that.
Well, whilst we're talking about comments,
We have none.
Pantstall commented on Big Boy's blue-haired blowjobs.
Actually, he did comment on one of my videos recently, but you go first.
Okay. So we were talking about how do people not remember the past events in Doctor Who, and we hand-waved it with the Kraken time.
Okay.
But Pantstall said, remember that in the 21st century now, a time when we have more access to information than ever before, we have flat earthers, anti-vaxxers, moon landing deniers. I think he means homophobes. He says homophones, which is ironic. Misogynists, racists, and all over bigots. People are very, very stupid and will ignore, frankly, anything that doesn't directly affect them, or just forget about anything after a certain amount of time. Things just become background noise. So I'm, Pantstall, not overly surprised that people are just going to forget Canary Wharf or planets in the sky. Which is
That is
point.
depressingly accurate.
Yeah. Like, not everyone would forget it. People who, like, lost people that day wouldn't, but
Yeah.
the people
But you
we
just
had-
know there would be like some
who aren't
dickheads who would just like, oh no, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
fucking see it.
Yeah.
It's just chlorine in the water supply.
They'd be like Donna.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Did I
Well,
miss
yeah,
something again?
Oh, did I miss something? Oh no, I missed something.
Oh.
Oh, no, cool.
So what was your comment?
Oh, yeah. On Detective Pikachu movie reaction part 4, he said
Ooh.
there's something very unsettling about seeing Mewtwo's mouth move when he talks,
Yeah.
That's a very fair point. I didn't even think of that.
which I didn't notice until it was in the film, but I think it is only when he's possessed by Bill Nye.
Right.
Because at the very end, he doesn't move his mouth when he's like talking to
Yeah.
Pikachu.
But it's only when
and-
he's possessed.
I was about
by
to
the
say
person.
Ash and Pikachu. I can't remember the kid's name. Ryan won it.
It's like deodorant or something. Like, what was it?
His name was Deodorant.
Yes, kind of now.
Are you okay, Christian? Is there something you want to tell us?
You know I'm not okay. You know who I am.
His name was Deodorant.
Oh, his name's Tim.
Tim.
Tim Deodorant, you know. I call my deodorant Tim all the time.
Okay, so what I was thinking of was the actor's name. His name
Actor's name was not deodorant.
It was Justice Smith. So I think it's perfectly clear what happened there.
Yeah, easy to get mixed up with deodorant.
Oh god.
What the frig, dude?
Oh, okay.
I've noticed on the comments page as well, they've started putting little badges next to people who have subscribed to you, so you know to give them special attention.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
And it tells you how long they've been subscribed for.
What, on Yobble Job?
Yeah.
Yes, on Yobba Job.
Yeah. Pansel's been subscribed for 7 years.
Oh.
Oh, nice going, Pancho.
Yeah. Because there used to be a page under the community page that oh, this person's subscribed for 2 years. I've never heard of him. Oh well.
How do you find out the?
It's just on my comments page. They've just got little badges next to their name. Yeah, there used to be a page that just listed all of your subscribers, and you could sort them by time subscribed for, which was pretty useful. And they took that away, unfortunately, because that was quite interesting to see who's been around for longest.
I don't seem to be able to see that on my YouTube page.
Maybe it's only
Is it
for
on the
partners.
actual videos? Oh, okay.
I'm joking. No, so I don't think we can see it on the video page itself. It's only like on the comments.
Channel comments in analytics.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
Well, I cannot see what you see.
Oh.
Oh well.
Oh well.
I'm not that fussed.
Well.
It doesn't darken my day.
Oh.
Excuse me.
They fight and fight and bark and fight and fight and fight.
Bark,
and
bark, bark, fight, fight, fight.
Bark, bark, woof, woof, woof. The itchy and scratchy and Poochie show. Anyway, so yeah, thanks. Pheasant Films.
Bombshell or
and I'm Invisible Tower on YouTube and Twitter and Twitch. Don't forget that. And
I'm
Ozzy
DS
is
Reacts.
CS Reactions. Check us out and subscribe. And
Watch our thing.
if you don't, we'll hunt you down and gut you like a fish.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
It's like Jay
We'll
and
hunt you
Silent
down
Bob
and steal your
Strike
table.
Back.
What's going on?
It's like well, Rich, have you seen Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back?
I don't think I have. No.
It's like, well, at the start of the film, they find out that a load of people are bad mouthing the characters of Jay and Silent Bob, because the whole point of the film is that a movie is being based on characters of a comic book that was based on them. But
Oh god, that's like 3 degrees of like.
It's,
That hurts my brain.
it's kind of basically there was a previous film not focused on them, but in that film, the character met them and they inspired him to make the comics that inspires the film in the future film that they blah blah blah.
I'm trying to work out if this is more or less confusing than the Zelda timeline.
Anyway, when they finally stop the film being made or something and earn a lot of royalty rights, they used that money to travel around the world and punch every one of the people who badmouthed them on the internet. Just traveled with like a big document list of all their names. It's like, are you such and such from such and such? Yeah. Okay.
Are you Arthur Philip Deodat?
I mean,
Who you, Arthur Philip Deodat?
they're stoner films. So
You
I don't know
stoic
how
prefect.
up
I'll get to you
your-
later.
Yeah, they're stoner films, so I don't know how up your alley they are, but I will always recommend just pretty much most Kevin Smith films.
So if you've enjoyed the podcast, be sure to tell someone about it who doesn't already know about it, so that more people can listen to it and enjoy our output, but not in a medical way.
Yes, of course not in a medical way. That would be weird.
Yes. So, thanks
Wow.
for listening. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Thanks for commenting
doing
and
anything.
subscribing and hitting that bell.
Thanks for just being alive.
Yes, unless you're dead, in which case commiserations. And
Yeah,
remember
sorry.
to wash your hands,
Don't
cough
spread the
and sneeze
coronavirus.
into tissues
Heck
and
your
dispose
beak.
of them.
Coughs and sneezes spread diseases.
Yeah, don't forget the Dracula sneeze.
Adieu, adieu.
And have
Adieu,
a,
adieu, adieu.
yes, adieu. Adieu to you and you and you. Goodbye.
Fucking flawless.
Just a few orders of end point business.
Yes. End business.